Hello, this is Ryan Zink, and this is Creative Intuitive Solutions, where I teach you how to use your imagination, your creativity, along with your clairvoyance to create change and find solutions. So tonight I want to talk about authenticity. Authenticity seems to be a big buzz right now, and by my definition, authenticity is being true to yourself and saying what is kind of on your mind. But the quality of authenticity is that you would do this regardless of who you're around or what group of people you're with or in. So, um, I want to talk about something tonight, and it's been talked about before, not by me, but by others, about the kind of essence of God. And from my understanding and my perspective, God is not what most people think. Most people think of God as many different things. So I've heard a lot of, God is a punisher. You gotta be good or you will be punished by God. Um, I've heard that you've got to sacrifice and give to God, and that you've got to worship God. Now, for me, none of these things are true about God. And for me, what is true is that whatever you think God is, that is the kind of energy you'll get back in return from quote unquote God. So if you think that God is the God of a destruction, or that you have to sacrifice yourself or your life for God or worship to God, and that's kind of what you'll get back. To me, the truer essence of God is God is in all things. God is in my blanket. God is in my doorknob. God is in the air. So to me, that's a more truer picture of God versus a man or an image. God is to me a particle that is in everything. And to me, everybody has a God spark, a piece of God within them. One thing that I wanted to talk about tonight, though, that is kind of in the realm of authenticity, is something I noticed about people that are very religious. And, you've got to kind of be intelligent when you're believing in something, or when you're forming your beliefs or thinking about what you believe. And I was sitting with an old friend one night, and my friend happened to be really, really into religion, and my friend happened to be Pentecostal. And I always think about wordplay and words and how they're formed and who created them and who wrote the alphabet and made the alphabet and the language and all the different writings and languages. And I thought about the word worship. It's spelled, I believe, worship. But when you say it, it sounds like war, war. So, to me, worshiping something is not giving it gratitude. People think that it is, but it's more of a term or something that's been coined to control people. And we all know that there are three kind of major players on the earth that control things. And we think of it as the rich, and they can be part of it, but it's religion, the media, and the government. So those three entities control everything. And when I think of worship, I think about those three entities creating enough chaos within the world to have control. And I think of all the people that actually are religious and that go to church. And they're worshiping whatever they think they're worshiping, and sometimes they don't really even know themselves. They're just taught to believe certain things, and that's what they know and believe, and that's fine. But when you really start to gain a sense of creativity and a sense of kind of spiritual intelligence, you start to really look at things differently. How I did when I thought of the word worship and the word war, and how really the three entities that control things create certain words, subliminal, I can't even say it, subliminal, and they really implant ideas and concepts in people, and people think that they're in part of a kind of a good grand cause, but ultimately the underlying tone of it is something like war. Warship. See? So you've really got to know wordplay and kind of be able to think outside of the box of the message that's really being sent to people when they're programmed to believe certain things. And that's my authenticity for tonight, and I don't really care what anyone thinks. Anyway, have a nice night.